Welcome in, Anderson Trojan family, to Pflugerville, Texas for tonight's District 12 5A Division I district finale with your Anderson Trojans versus the Pflugerville Weiss Wolves. As many of you know out there, fans of Trojo Nation, the Anderson Trojans are your district champs. They will be hosting a playoff game next Saturday at 3 o'clock at House Park against Friendswood. They obviously are an undefeated team this year, 9-0 overall and 7-0 in district, which gave them the district championship. Late last week on Friday, Weiss's loss at College Station to College Station sealed the district title for the Trojans and put Weiss in the 4 spot. So tonight's game will have no bearing on the district race. However, this is a game of really 2 of the top 10 teams in the state of Texas, so we're in for an exciting night of football. Obviously, Weiss, a extremely talented team, and they're going to be trouble for their first-round opponent, LaPorte, which they'll take on next week. But it'll be interesting to see, with no district aspirations at stake, how Weiss is going to play in this game. I know from talking to Coach Hatcher, we're planning to win this game, and we're going to play it full tilt. But it'll be interesting from that Weiss side, A-Train.
Yeah, this is going to be a real interesting contest. I think for Anderson, it's a lie detector test in some sort. It's a litmus test to really see what kind of team you have heading into the postseason. We think we have an idea, but it's been a bit over a month since that last matchup versus A&M Consolidated. Obviously, such an exciting win there against a top-tier team. Now you have a chance to end a season with a win against another top-tier team. So a really good opportunity in front of these Trojans. And you say Weiss, yeah. Weiss comes in, they've got the 4 seed locked up, but they've got some questions that they have to answer. A big second half collapse against College Station last week sealed the number 1 spot for the Anderson Trojans, and so not a ton of momentum coming in from Weiss, but a team that's frustrated and looking to make a statement tonight. So it should be a good contest from both sides.
Yeah, I like the way you're thinking about this being a good litmus test. From the Anderson side, obviously, you can treat this as we're going to play good opponents from here on out. So you're going to have, obviously, Weiss tonight. You're going to have Friendswood in the first round. Advancing there most likely will get you a contest against Barbers Hill. And then from there, of course, you're either facing Weiss again or LaPorte, not to get too ahead of ourselves. But point being, you're going to have a good opponent that you need to come out ready to play. The other thing that's interesting about Weiss is their aerial attack. We've seen teams in spread formation all season long, but I think aside from Consolidated, no one with as potent an offensive attack as Weiss we'll see tonight. So it's going to be a great play if you want to go deep in the playoffs to test your corners, safeties, defensive backs.
Yeah, test is an understatement. It's going to be a lot of Trey Moore and Jordan Ibn Anderson L. Going to mispronounce that one a few times, but 9 and 5, those receivers for Weiss are a problem. They've given every team they've played issues. Expect them to pad the stats a little bit tonight, and you price that in, Wheels. They actually had their highest receiving total last week in the loss against College Station.
Wow.
So, that's something that you're okay with as long as the other parts of your game are there to shore up the full team effort. And what's that mean? Well, that means your offense, you need to extend drives, you need to score in the red zone, you need to convert on 3rd and 4th downs. Defensively, you need to get stops, especially those 3rd and 4th down situations, and try to limit those explosive plays. I'm really interested to see how they draw up the defensive unit tonight. we've seen Anderson pretty consistently out of the 4-3. They've got a great athletic linebacker in Liam McMillan who can kind of play in that nickel role. We'll see maybe if he drops into coverage a few times out of support. We'll see how Miami Riley can impact the coverage tonight as well. He surely will be a big part of it for the Trojans. So definitely one of the bigger tests this season for this defense, but thankfully it's been the stronger part of the team as a whole.
Yeah, here come the Trojans tonight. I think you brought up two good names, A-Train. I think it's interesting, obviously, to see what Miami Riley does out of that safety position. Of course, Longoria as well, and the corners playing. But I like you mentioning McMillan because McMillan is so versatile for the Trojo defense. But also, we've seen him blitzing so much. We've seen him against the run, again, with the linebackers, Smith and Miller. He is that third linebacker, but he is also a nickel guy. So interesting to see him tonight in coverage. He's had interceptions this year. And Weiss, has turned over the ball. So it'll be, there's an injured guy who did a backflip for Weiss. Interesting. So we're in for a good contest tonight. It'll be a great night to watch football if you're watching at home. The Trojans, again, coming in. Oh, God, we are pumped up over there. As you see McMillan and Smith over there letting them know we're ready to play. I think that this is one game that, from the Anderson perspective, we had circled all year long, thinking this was going to be the contest for either the district title or certainly paramount for seeding. But I think these guys, this is almost a crosstown battle. A lot of these guys know the Weiss players from playing 7-on-7 and whatnot, and I think we're going to see a fired-up Trojan bunch with a mentality shift of we're heading to the playoffs now, and we're going to establish ourselves as the dominant team in District 12-5A.
Right, yeah, and you mentioned these two teams very familiar with one another. They faced off last year, obviously Weiss coming home with the win 38-9. But a bright spot was the run game for the Trojans, which really wasn't necessarily the hallmark of that offense. Fulmer had 144 yards as part of a 200-yard team rushing effort, and so that kind of plays into the strengths of this current Trojan offense, and so we'll see how that plays out. Of course, another key theme to watch for will be Caleb Crenshaw. I believe 150 yards from the AISD rushing record, so that will be a big one to watch. We'll see if they recognize him here on the PA.
I saw Coach Shannon pregame, and he mentioned they are supposed to. Obviously, CC1 breaking the AISD touchdown record last week. I believe they will be recognizing him as soon as he gets the rushing record tonight. I'm going to speak it into existence, but again, this should be a really, really fun contest. Trojans, again, wanting to go into this playoff run undefeated, capping off a perfect 10-0 regular season, which would be the cherry on top for an amazing run in Coach Hatcher's fourth year here at Anderson. As we're pausing here for, I believe, the national anthem. Well, we're about 2 minutes away from kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please your attention to the south end zone as we take an opportunity to acknowledge a very special group of people. Tonight we pause to honor the brave men and women who have served it and continue to serve our country. Their courage, sacrifice, and enjoy every single day. To our veterans here with us, and to those watching from afar, we want you to know that we see you, we appreciate you, and we are forever grateful. Your service inspires us to stand stronger, work harder, and never take our blessings for granted. Thank you for being true heroes. On behalf of the Weiss Wolves football team and our entire community, we salute you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? And gentlemen, please remove your hats. As the Weiss High School Choir, under the direction of LaTanya Bell, sings our national anthem.
All right. Weiss Choir with the national anthem. We are a coin flip away from starting this contest between the Weiss Wolves and the Anderson Trojans. Again, I think you nailed the head on your before on your analysis of this game. I think it's going to be real. It'll be a great test for Anderson defensively. That defense has been lights out. Literally, I think one of the best defenses in the entire state. But facing a passing attack is going to present a new challenge as the Trojan captains coming out here. Number 99, the River Anderson, Calvin Ballinger, Alex Longoria, and Mason Randolph. And behind them, Jay Fulmer, Ben Hatcher, Hodges Smith, and Liam McMillan. Weiss is going to defer to the second half. They won the toss. Little mic check on the ref. We're going to receive the ball. And we're about to be underway here at the Field in Pflugerville.
The field.
Field.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great field. Happy to be back here. Beautiful stadium. And certainly a good outcome the last time we were here. So let's try to repeat that.
Absolutely. Again, Anderson, second time making their appearance at the field. They knocked off Hendrickson in a game where I believe I said a naughty word after the second fumble recovery for a touchdown in a game that shouldn't have been close, was a little close, a little too much close for comfort, but Anderson pulling away with a massive victory. Now, interestingly enough here, Kyler Sharp deep for Anderson, but Caleb Crenshaw is one of the upbacks, and Jay Fulmer. So a little star power early on, and if we're expecting a little pop-up kick, we got somebody ready, and Ben Hatcher on the other end. So all four kind of deepish backs, very talented for Anderson. We'll see if He is in a little pooch cat formation. He will kick high and deep. It's going to be Sharp's going to get it around the 15. He's got a little bit of room to work with. Cuts up the middle, still up and running, still up and running. He's going to take it all the way to about the 37-yard line. Nice return there, Kyler Sharp.
Yeah, great return, Kyler Sharp. He's been pretty effective on those kick returns, over 300 yards in that unit, and we saw a big one last week as well.
Got called back.
Yeah, a couple flags. I got excited on the call.
Oh yeah, was that when you went high pitch?
I went. I certainly did go high pitch, but it was worth every octane.
All right, here is the Anderson offense. Cove Derbyshire, the junior quarterback, flanked by a CC1. And it will be CC1 right out the middle, straight forward for a 10-yard gain and a first down. So a good run right there by CC1.
Yeah, well, all eyes will be on the record tonight for CC1. He wants to stand alone at the top, and a good start there, lowering the shoulder. Yeah,
nice job of blocking there by that O-line. Had a lot of room to work with. It'll be 2nd and 1 officially. Here's Cove. He's going to fire it over the middle. It's going to be a first down catch. That's going to be Chase Thomason, the senior receiver.
Yeah, so we didn't see Cove at all last week, partly in due to the performance of Mason Randolph. But we'll see how the bye week in essence has affected his game. Hopefully for the better here.
All right, 1st and 10. It's going to be CC1. Nowhere to go there. He's going to be caught right, maybe a loss of 1 there. It'll be 2nd and 11. Anderson.
2nd and 11.
Anderson in the all-white tonight with the blue helmets. I think it's a new uniform combination. Here's Cove. He's going to run it. Slips through. He's got to have about 4 or 5 yards on a nice quarterback keeper to the right side. It'll be 3rd and 6. Anderson.
This is one of those early 3rd down situations. Anderson's got to go figure out a way to pick up 4 or 5 yards here at the minimum. If you make it a 4th and manageable, you know where the ball's going. You got a guy on Caleb Crenshaw.
That's right. All right, 3rd and 7, Anderson. Here's Cove. He's going to roll. Looking. He's going to fire it over there to Jay Fulmer. Jay's going to have it close to the first down. He's going to be about a yard short. It'll be 4th and 1, Anderson.
Yeah, so finds his top receiver there, and Fulmer right at the line to gain. Exactly the situation we were talking about, Wheels, and we'll see what they drop here.
Personal foul. They're going to chop block Anderson, so it's going to be a 3rd and a whole bunch at this point. I'll tell you what I expect on this. That delayed draw to CC1. However, you know that's on film for Weiss. We'll see if they call it and see if they react to it. But it's going to be 3rd and 21 for Anderson here. Fake to CC1, looking to throw. He's rushed out of the pocket. He throws. It's going to be caught by Ben Hatcher. Nice catch, diving. It's going to set up a more manageable 4th and 8. We'll see what Anderson does.
Yeah, looks like they might be bringing on the punt unit here, but still a great throw by Cove Derbyshire, making that play a little bit more manageable on 4th down. And now you just try to place one real nice. Liam McMillan has been a great asset on the punt unit for Anderson this year.
Yeah. Here's McMillan on to punt. 4th and 7 for Anderson. Sharp in motion. McMillan's going to keep it himself. He's still running. He's not going to have it. Wait a minute. He's still running. Fumbles the ball. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. He's going to be short of the first down. So it'll be 1st down and 10. Weiss from about the 42-yard line.
You know, I like the aggression, a little bit of trickeration off the bat. I think from that position, you've got a good opportunity to kind of pin Weiss with some deep field position, and I think special teams in a game like this, and especially going forward in these playoffs, is going to be a big key to beating some good teams.
Yep. All right, here's Weiss in the extreme spread formation. They've got trips to the near side. One man at the top, 4 receivers set for Weiss. Out of the shotgun. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He is pummeled by the Anderson defense. Really nice job there. I think Pierce Miller was in there with initial contact.
Yeah, we're back in the bird's nest tonight, so we're a mile away from the field, but either way, yeah, Anderson taking advantage of those opportunities when they're not looking long. Obviously responding well to that quarterback keeper. Good response there from the defense.
All right, 2nd and 10. It's going to be play action, looking to throw. He's going to try to throw it deep. Oh, my gosh, Miami Riley almost had a pick. He is really upset about it. But a nice coverage there. He was blanketed by Grayson Lake and Miami Riley. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, so our first glimpse of how this Anderson defense might respond to the likes of Trey Moore out there. They've got Miami Riley on that padded protection with Grayson Lake. So he's going to be a resource for these DBs, especially following the eyes of the quarterback, making sure they've got good coverage out there.
All right, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Trojans bringing a little heat. Nice job there by the Trojan defense. Good stop there. Hodges Smith on initial contact, but cleaned up there by Max Middleton. It's going to be 4th and 4. Weiss is showing no intention of punting here. Still on the field from their own territory. It looks like they are poised to go for it.
Oh, yeah, they lined up quick. This is a big-time stop opportunity for this defense.
It looks like the hard count, and Anderson is not biting. But a play is in. And they're going to go for it. Looking to throw, all kinds of pressure. He's got him. Good sack there. Max Middleton, the senior, has been a crazed animal all season, and a sack and a turnover on down. So the Anderson defense, came to play on that. 3 and 4 and out.
Clutch gene in effect for Max Middleton, his team-leading 8th sack. That couldn't have come at a bigger time. It sets Anderson up nicely here in plus yardage.
All right. It's going to be 1st and 10 Anderson from the Weiss 44, 43-yard line. Man in motion is CC1. It's going to be Cove up the middle. He's going to have about 4 or 5 yards there. Good run by Cove.
Yeah, draws the eyes of that linebacker unit out wide. Obviously a lot of eyes on CC1 tonight, and so Cove able to pick up a few extra yards on the diversion.
All right, 2nd and 6. Anderson from the 39. It's going to be a pass over the middle. He's got Jay Fulmer for a 1st down, so that same play action RPO look. Big play, Jay's got a 1st down for Anderson.
Yeah, so far Cove looks real comfortable in the pocket here, delivering some nice strikes in the middle of the field, everything within 10 to 15 yards. If he can be that consistent all night, Anderson's going to be able to make some long drives happen.
1st and 10 from the 30. It's going to be CC1 cutting over. He's going to have about 3 yards.
I think as well one of those big keys for success tonight is going to be sustaining long drives, keeping that Weiss offense off the field, and allowing the defense as well some time to rest. And
absolutely. All right, 2nd and 7 Anderson from the 27-yard line. Here's Cove. He's going to give it to CC1. He plows through for a couple. He's going to be a rough spot there in my estimation. It's going to be 3rd and 6, Anderson, from the 26-yard line.
We actually had a great view of it from up here. We could radio down the automated replay system at the P field, brought to you by Wheels and A-Train.
Correct. All right. Here's Cove looking, extending the play. He's going to be sacked out of bounds for a loss of about 2, so it'll be decision time for Coach Hatcher.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, you've got the leg of Ospo, fairly reliable this year, a little bit out of range, but...
Yeah, 5:25 left in the first quarter. Anderson will go for it. 4th and 7. Got trips to the near side. Here's Thomason in motion. Here's Cove looking. Breaks it outside. He's going to wing it. It's going to be batted down and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, just good coverage there from that Weiss defense. Nothing for Cove. Extended the play, but yeah, just good coverage on those Trojan receivers. It's been a bit of a grind out here tonight,
Yeah,
Wheels.
absolutely. Well, one of the things Anderson, if they watch the College Station film, would certainly know grinding it out against the Weiss defense, running the ball could be effective, especially late in the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, this thing, if it's low-scoring affair, that bodes well for the Trojans. They've done well in close games. I mean, you look back to A&M Consolidated.
Yep.
That was a game at multiple points. That fear factor started kicking in, and they stayed composed.
Will be a give up the middle. There is nowhere to go as Liam McMillan bowls in from the outside. Along with Max Middleton, it'll be a loss of 1. So quick from the outside, McMillan is.
Just an essential part of this defense. Has been all season, but especially so tonight. They're going to need him to be all over the place.
2nd and 11. Now 5 minutes left in this first quarter. No score. Trojans defense shifts over, looking like Miller's going to bring pressure, and he is, but there are a timeout Weiss before the snap. I like it. Coach Holcomb, all kinds of Jamodi, our defensive coordinator. I like that Smith relayed in a shift. The whole line shifted. Miller was coming up the middle. It was Miller time. Coming up the middle and forced a timeout for Weiss.
Yeah, so far so good defensively. They look like they anticipated some of the play calling so far pretty well. I think some of the pressure as well has caught Weiss a little bit off guard, which is nice. I think teams have approached this Weiss offense thinking, okay, we got to kind of park the bus in coverage. Anderson kind of playing to their strengths a little bit here. They've been really good at getting to the backfield, making the quarterback feel uncomfortable.
All right, 2nd and 11 as Weiss comes back onto the field. 4:44 left in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. 2nd and 11. Weiss with a bunch set. Looking to throw. Pressure. A lot of pressure. He's going to be brought down there. Oh, way to go, Trojans. Hodges Smith stuck his arm out, and Alex Lagoria finished it off, so it will be a sack. 3rd and 11. So good pressure there. Middleton from the outside, and the linebackers came up to finish it off.
And you got to give credit to Tate Haynes over on the far side of the field. Really nice coverage there on Anderson L. Had him the whole way. And that helped give enough time for this defense to get the sack.
All right, 3rd and 11. Looking, still looking, firing. Oh, he's got it. So the Trojans defended that well, but a beautiful catch. There is a late flag.
So the helmet came off. I think there might have been some taunting there by Anderson L. He stood over, I believe, Grayson McMillan.
No, sorry, Longoria.
So we'll see if they send him back here.
Yeah, I think it'll still be first down, but it will be 15 if they got him. I mean, the Trojans brought great initial pressure and then good late pressure. Absolutely perfect throw by the very talented Weiss quarterback. Yeah, it's unsportsmanlike against your guy, Anderson L. You're going to move all the chains. So it'll be 1st and 10, Weiss from their 38-yard line.
Now we're getting a "you can't do that." I think that's from the Weiss band, even though
it's a little confusing.
On their own.
It's a little confusing.
Guys, yeah. Well. So 20 steps forward, 15 steps back.
That's
for
right.
Weiss.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. .328 left in the first quarter. It will be a RPO to the outside. He's got room to go. Tate Haynes, great tackle there on the outside. It's going to be a gain of about 8 or 9 or a first down either way. Dealer's choice.
Yeah, Tate Haynes recovered off that block really well. It was a design screen. They pinned Tate Haynes, picked himself up off the floor, and made a huge tackle, holding him to first down.
That's the danger of the P field. It was actually Rowan Erickson over there. I saw the 3 and miscalled it and then led you down the trail of incorrect calls, but you brought your binoculars. Okay, Trojans are going to bring pressure here. It's going to be a give and a nice tackle. It will be a first down. But I think Susilak reached in and made the tackle, but it will be a first down. River Anderson, the Riv, on the tackle, rather. All right, 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Trojans have been very disciplined, not falling for that initial count. All right, it's going to be give up the middle. Good tackle in there. I think that's the Riv and Hodges Smith in there.
A couple of them, yeah. Riv on that initial contact. Those runs up the gut have really fed into Anderson's strong suit. You know, this D-line does well to fill those gaps, and then guys like Hodges Smith, Pierce Miller come in and take up any of the crumbs.
All right, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. A lot of pressure. Trailed from behind. It's going to be incomplete, and a nice job there. Rowan Erickson on the coverage. And good pressure by that Trojan D-line. I think there's a flag in the backfield, but I can't tell. Yeah, there is yellow. And it's going to be holding on Pflugerville. So we'll replay the down. It'll be 2nd and 17. This Trojan D-line is so dangerous. A lot of times they don't have to blitz, and if they blitz, they only need to send one. But you'll see a lot of holding just to try to contain this Trojan D-line.
Yeah, they come off fast on the edge. It's a problem.
All right, it's going to be give up the middle, a little bit of room to work with there. Oh, boy. Gets it to the outside. Grayson Lake there is another flag down.
Coach's box to our right seems to think it's coming back.
Yeah, McMillan thought it was coming back. Yeah, Grayson just got blocked inside. We'll see what the call is.
Oh, no.
Personal foul. Number, what? I mean, that is an egregious call. All right, so it will be a hands to the face on Anderson and give Weiss unbelievably far field position all the way down to the 20. All right, it's going to be give up the middle. Still going. Longoria tripped him up, but a nice gain there.
Yeah, it is a nice game. They're going to move quick here.
Yeah, they are. And as we're substituting, they're going to have it. We're going to call timeout wisely to save. But Coach Holcomb over there imploring his defense to communicate better.
Well, this is where the defense has to come up resilient here in the red area. They haven't found themselves here too much on defense just because of how well they've played against much of the competition this year. But again, against these better teams, you're going to spend more time inside the 20-yard line guarding your own end zone. So how do you come up with an answer?
Yeah, and the Anderson defense has done a splendid job all year on those big critical stops. More often than not, even when they give up points, man, they're hard to come by.
Yeah, I mean, they got a ton of good reps going back to that consolidated game. I mean, every play from the goal line. So got to work out the playbook a decent bit, and it's one of those things where you just gotta kind of stand up and get a big play.
Yep.
You need someone to just step up and make that that big play.
All right, it's going to be 2nd and 3, Weiss, from about the 18 of Anderson. Trojans are going to bring heat here, I believe. They are. And it will be a first down. I can deal without the PA guy screaming first down Wolfpack. Man, that's egregious. All right, good. The Riv came back in. He was out one play. That may have been the first time he's come out in a non-blowout situation all season. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10. Weiss. Play action pass, still looking, breaks outside. Trojans bringing heat. Oh boy, we got him. All right, good sack there. So a nice job by the Trojan defense. You had Smith and Longoria kind of spying this quarterback who is very good. Smith came in and it was cleaned up there. I think the rib was in there.
Yeah, I saw a triple team in the end zone.
Yep.
Of course, hard to tell exactly who. I'm sure Miami Riley was in there, but I mean, they had just their 2 main receivers out in the end zone, and not a soul was open.
Yep.
They're going to need that. I mean, we've seen it a few times tonight, and that's going to be what keeps Anderson in this game.
Absolutely. Well, it certainly looks like Coach Holcomb is dialed in for this defense, and with the coverages and the containment of the quarterback. Again, we talked about it at the outset of this broadcast. Weiss with a very potent offense, and a fun battle against this incredible Trojan defense against the potent Weiss offense.
And now, as we head to the second quarter, the field flips. Now, towards this end zone, you've got the Anderson band. You've also got a huge contingent of Trojan fans who brought the Thunder Sticks tonight.
Oh, very good.
So
Yeah.
hopefully some noise could
A little noise.
help this Trojan defense.
Yeah, good Trojan crowd tonight here in Pflugerville. Again, there will be a big playoff Trojo pep rally Wednesday at Calhoun Field at Anderson High School at 6 o'clock. It's going to be quite the extravaganza as these Trojans go for the playoff push in the Texas State 5A Division I playoff race. All right, quickly to the line now is Pflugerville Weiss. That hard count, the Trojans have not fallen for it yet. It's going to be give up the middle. Good patience there. Good run there. He's going to have about 6. And it will be 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line of Anderson.
Well, here's the chance for that signature stop, Wheels.
Yep.
The play doesn't care who makes it, so we're going to see who's going to step up right now.
All right, 3rd and 8, 3rd and goal. Trojans look to bring pressure from the outside with McMillan. They are bringing pressure. Throws over the middle, and it will be a touchdown.
And I thought they missed a delay of game penalty there, Wheels, but they're not going to call it. McMillan is arguing for it.
Well, you know, it's crazy. Pflugerville's so quick to the line, but man, they try all kinds of stuff to get us to jump off sides, but they ran twins down on the side, a little rub route, and maybe just a little miscommunication. There were 2 Trojans on one receiver and the short receiver open, and it will be a touchdown, Weiss. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:08 left in the second quarter, Weiss taking first blood here. Again, they got bailed out on a long 3rd down pass and a very peculiar hands to the face penalty. But we'll get another look at this Trojan offense.
And I think the Trojan offense can kind of take some notes from that last Weiss possession. They used over 6 minutes of game clock. That's something the Trojans need to do as well. They need to work the ball down the field. You know, you're fine, obviously, with the explosive play, but give your defense some time to rest.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a very long time, the Trojan defense on the field, a long time. And a nice drive here would be, you know, the Trojan offense has responded all season long. Weiss no stranger to early leads. Again, last week, having a pretty big, sizable lead against College Station, only to falter at the end. I'm not saying they're not as good in the 4th quarter, but I like our boys' chances.
Yeah, it's interesting if you look back at that College Station game.
They will kick it to Sharp. Sharp has it around the 10. Cuts up field. He's going to be brought down around the 24-yard line. Yeah, Weiss runs that 2-kicker deal, which is interesting. One guy obviously could onside it. The other guy, the lefty, kicking deep. But it will be 1st and 10 Trojans from the 25-yard line. And this is the first time we've seen Miami Riley at receiver for Anderson since the Hendrickson game right here in Pflugerville.
Yeah, obviously one of the top athletes on this team. They're going to use him any way they can.
CC1 breaks it to the outside, just trips down after a gain of about 2. Was it the consolidated game where he slipped?
CC1?
Yeah.
I believe, oh, yes. Yes, I think so.
All right, 2nd and 8, Anderson. Here's Cove, giving to CC1. Good hop step there. He's still powering through. He's going to have positive yardage up to the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3. 37-yard line, rather. It'll be 3rd and 3, Anderson.
I think this is the right idea. Back-to-back runs to CC1. I think that's exactly where you want the ball going again here on 3rd and short. Yeah,
Elias O'Keefe now shifts to that fullback position in the I formation. David Lopez as a lead blocker. There will be a give to CC1. He's close, battering through, and they're going to rule him short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1, Anderson. Anderson's going to go quickly to the line. Under center, snaps it quick, and CC1's going to have the first down.
And a good initial push from that O-line as well.
Absolutely. They were completely set, completely coached, and completely ready to go, and Weiss was not, and they got a great push for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10, Anderson, from the 36-yard line.
And I think the speed, the tempo really helped get that 4th down conversion. A lot of times you see teams huddle up on 4th down, the tension builds, and then someone slips up, makes a mistake, or you get stopped. There, it was just a sure thing right up the gut.
CC1 trying to get to the edge. He's going to have, oh, come on. They're going to call Chase Thomason on blocking a guy all the way out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. That's not a late hit out of bounds. I mean, the play was still going. Chase Thomason, physical block, and they're going to call him for a late hit, which I don't think was late. It was just a good block, but it's going to be really detrimental to Anderson here. Penalties have killed us early, and it's going to be 1st and about 25 for Anderson.
Well, you think about the ways you win these big games. The first is getting turnovers. The second is limiting mistakes, limiting penalties.
Now they're going to have to fix the chains over there because Chase blocked him pretty massively. All right. 2nd and 24, I guess, because it's a late hit out of bounds. They call it dead ball, which is ridiculous because it was during the play. 9:11 left in the second quarter. Weiss leads 7-0 over Anderson.
Yeah, 2nd and a mile here, and you gotta kind of calm the nerves here. Still a chance to work your way back to the line to gain, and of course you've got a couple explosive pieces here. The key is really opening up the ground game for Caleb Crenshaw. Weiss has responded really well early on, limiting his impact.
All right. It's going to be 2nd and 24, Anderson, from their 22-yard line. Here's Cove. He's going to flip it inside to Jay Fulmer. Jay's got a little bit of room to work with. Jay is all the way up to the 42-yard line. Wonderful play call there by Coach Z, and about a 20-yard run by big play Jay.
I was going to say the same thing, Wheels. Really nice play dialed up there. Cove moving to the right. Caleb moving to the right. Jay Fulmer moving to the left. Gets a nice block as well, and all of a sudden you're back in manageable range here.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 5, Anderson, from the 41. Here's Cove. Fakes it. Oh, boy. Now he releases out. Still trying to run. Cuts back. He's going to be pounded backwards.
Ball's out.
It is going to be a fumble on that explosive hit there, and Weiss is going to take over.
Yeah, Cove doing everything to escape trouble there. They ran that same play scheme, and Cove, after escaping 3 or 4 tackles, just lost the football there, and the defense going to have to come up with a big stop here, Wheels.
Yeah, 8:48 left in the second quarter. Yeah, I think you said it right. Cove trying to get, he was 5 yards away trying to spin. Just got popped right on that ball, and it popped out, and it will be first down Weiss. There will be a stoppage of play. As Weiss will call timeout. Now, you always got to watch out for it right after a turnover, a long pass, or some trickeration from Weiss here.
Or possibly looking for that deep strike.
Yep.
And, you know, there's the momentum aspect of it as well. This defense full of confidence, so they need to try to get some of that momentum back on the Anderson sideline.
Yep.
And so we bring up the conversation, right, about turnovers and how important those are in games like these. Jackson Schad, the starting quarterback for the Weiss Wolves, 11 interceptions this season.
Woo!
2 against College Station, 2 against A&M Consolidated.
All right.
Anderson will certainly need a pair tonight.
Man in motion, empty backfield. Looking to throw, he's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to flare it out there. He's Miami Riley's right on the scene. It will be a gain of about 8. Boy, he looked like he was coming to run. Trojans do have Hodges Smith spying Schad all game. Is it Schad?
According to PA.
Good athlete. Good quarterback. Started as a freshman last year.
Yeah, a lot of young talent on this Weiss team. Obviously, won't talk a ton about it, but the sophomore throwing to juniors and sophomores out there.
All right, 2nd and 2. Empty backfield again. Looking. Still looking. All kinds of pressure. Trojans will have him sacked. Nice job there by that Trojan D. The Riv obviously in there. Max Middleton in there and Ceslack in there. So a nice job by that Trojan D-line getting a sack all by their lonesome.
Yeah, and for Weiss, it's 2 down territory here. So if you're Anderson, you know you need 2 big stops. They might try to get just a few yards here, set up a 4th and manageable. But, of course, you got to watch out for that deep threat always.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 5 with 7:20 left in the second quarter. It's going to be give. He's going to be brought down very quickly. Nice job, the Riv. Very minimal gain. And it will be 4th and 4 for Weiss.
Yeah, here you go. No hesitation from this Weiss offense.
Don't jump, boys. 4th down. Hodges Smith barking out defensive signals. Trojans look to bring pressure from the outside. They're letting the play clock wind down. Here we go. 4th down. Trojans bringing all kinds of heat. Getting to the outside, throws across his body. He's got it. First down. Well, McMillan came out so hot in the middle, plowed the Weiss running back. But a nice job by Schad escaping pressure and hitting a man on the run.
Yeah, that's what can happen. You bring pressure. You need that pressure to reach the quarterback.
Yep.
Otherwise,
you got a lot of one-on-ones back there.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10. Trying to fire it over the top. Nothing doing. Incomplete. Weiss wants a flag. They're not going to get one. So good coverage there by Rowan Erickson. So it will be 2nd and 10. Weiss from the 11-yard line. flag. It's going to be procedure on Weiss, it looks like.
Yeah, I think this thing's coming back.
All right, false start Weiss. So it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 16. 6:06 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, this Anderson red area defense is going to have to be big right here. 2nd and 15. Still a line to gain as well, so
Yep.
not quite a goal and go situation.
All right, man in motion. Looking, McMillan bringing all kinds of pressure. Now they did flag. There's going to be a big sack, but he held McMillan horribly. Horribly. But McMillan strong enough to get the sack. And a big loss there.
Yeah, McMillan totally blew up that play. A second flag actually came in on the near
Come
sideline.
on, don't tell me that's against McMillan. We'll see what the call is. But a massive sack there by McMillan. Flag, I mean, they had his jersey. The world saw it. We'll see what the call is officially. But yes, 2 flags down. Holding on Weiss, as we called. That one's declined. Sideline warning, good. That coach, I almost said something. He is, I mean, living on the field.
Well, that's right where the flag came in, too. I was wondering
If
what
he
the
bumped-
official
I
could
bet
have
he bumped
seen.
him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I think that's the Weiss OC, and he is living on the, I mean, he isn't even close. All right, so it is 3rd and 28, Weiss. Trojans going to bring heat. Hodges-Smith bringing heat. Here comes McMillan bringing heat. Going to be Pickett. Pickett, we got it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job.
Yep.
Nice job, Grayson Lake. Interception. So a wonderful, wonderful defensive stand. You wanted one in the red zone, and you got it. A interception by Grayson Lake. Hodges-Smith brought pressure, and then McMillan really was coming with thunder. And Trojans get an interception.
Yeah, beautiful defense. Just out of that zone look. Cover 2. Play kind of broken up by like that initial defensive line pressure, and yeah, forced up a long shot there. Some good coverage and the interception.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 Anderson from the 10-yard line. The line shift as Trey Leach moves over. It's going to be Cove Derbyshire. I don't know. No, that was a direct snap to
CC1.
Yeah, CC1.
Yeah.
But he's going to have nice positive yardage here. Going to have about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Miami Riley is still in at receiver for Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson with a long way to go here. 5:17 and counting left in the second quarter. You know, right now you want to really use that clock. Even if you don't score, don't give Weiss the ball back with time to go down the field.
Cove rolls. He's going to fire. Got Jay Fulmer. Big play. Jay's going to have a first down all the way up to about the 37-yard line. Again, Eddie Joseph if you want. Big play. Jay's brother, Coy Fulmer, doing Christmas lights, has his own business. You'll see signs around town. Again, that's Fulmer's Christmas Lights service. Wonderful local-owned business. All right. It's going to be a fake. There is big play Jay for about 7 or 8 yards.
There you go. Keep finding him. He's winning some of these big-time matchups and helping the Trojans get down the field when it feels like the running game hasn't been as effective as usual.
4:40 left now in the second quarter. Trojans 2nd and 2 from the 40-yard line. It's going to be a give to CC1 straight up the middle. He's going to have first down yardage. And the clock will stop momentarily with a first down. Again, this first half brought to you by Legacy Turf and Greens, our friend Eddie Joseph. If you need backyard turf or patio turf, pet-friendly turf, call Eddie and the boys at Legacy Turf and Greens.
So Anderson gets good, and all of a sudden we got
we got a lot of dollars flowing in.
Mid-game sponsors.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Little NIL money?
Yeah, a little NIL dollar. All right, 1st and 10 Trojans. CC1 in motion. It's going to be Cove up the middle. He's going to be tripped up, but he's going to have about 2. He's so big up the middle. He just kind of flops forward and gets positive yards.
Yeah, and you're noticing Anderson trying to get creative with their rush attack. Cove, a big body, can certainly use his legs, and so a couple of these designed runs already for him.
Will be 2nd and 8, Anderson from the 44-yard line. Here's Cove. Oh boy, get it, Cove. It's going to be a high snap. He wasn't ready. Wow, good job, Cove, getting in there. Be all right, buddy. Getting up slow as Cove. But he did recover that. I think he was not quite ready for the snap, looking away, bounced off his hands, but he did recover. It's going to be 3rd and 16 for Anderson.
Yeah, turnover would have really, really hurt there. So.
Yep. Here's Cove looking, got time, throws, back shoulder. Oh, boy. In the hands of Ben Hatcher and out of the hands. That would have been enough for the 1st down. A good pass there by Cove. Trying to get the back shoulder to senior Ben Hatcher. It falls incomplete. Valiant effort by Ben diving, but not able to come up with it in McMillan to punt.
Yeah, McMillan's been a threat with that right foot, and need him to flip the field here.
McMillan, almost blocked, and they may have gotten a piece of it. It's going to be high and short. It's going to be knocked down around midfield. So they brought all kinds of heat there on McMillan. So entry the Trojan defense with 2:32 left, looking to get another stop here. Right at midfield.
Yeah, at the 50. Defense coming off a nice possession there. Less the penalties, and so if you can play a clean possession here and try to stop these Wolves from picking up another score, you're in a good spot.
All right, 2 backs in the backfield. 1 will go in motion. 1st and 10, Weiss. It's going to be a play action fake. There's Longoria coming up quickly. Will be a gain of 5 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, I think Anderson here as well, just protecting against anything deep. Longoria in that zone and coming up quickly to make the tackle after he read the eyes of the quarterback well.
All right, 2nd and 5, Weiss. Getting eerily close to the 2-minute timeout, and it is the 2-minute timeout. See, I don't want them to get away with getting a free play on a malfeasance like they did on their touchdown.
So we will get to the 2-minute timeout here. Weiss leads the Trojans 7-0 in the 2nd quarter at the P field here in Pflugerville. It's felt like Weiss has dominated possession so far throughout this one, but the defense has stood up well for the Trojans. Of course, coming off that big interception there, Jackson Shad. But it'll be about 2nd and 5 when play resumes here, 2 minutes to go, of course. Just 1 timeout remaining as well, something to note for Weiss. And I think if you're Anderson here, even if you get a stop and don't score, you feel pretty good going into the halftime locker room down 7. Anderson with a really strong resume in the second half. And Weiss coming off of a noted second half collapse here. So we will resume play from the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5. The back will motion out into the slot. Shad drops back, looking to throw, looking deep, has a receiver, but nicely covered there. Grayson Lake.
Yeah, great job there by Grayson, step for step. It's funny how Weiss gets to the line quickly. They just instantly line up. But they're milking the play clock. Again, the clock stopped, but they're milking the play clock for apparently no reason.
You know, it'll be interesting. They want to keep the ball out of the Anderson offense's hands,
Yep.
but I almost think that plays into the Anderson
Yeah,
playbook, and that's their third time out of the half.
Yeah, they're going to burn it. It looked like Smith and Miller were both going to blitz there. But Anderson's had tremendous success on one hand, and then I wouldn't say got burned, but that big 4th down play. Now, we ultimately stopped them, but that was on a blitz where Shad got outside.
Right, yeah. I was going to say, I think in this situation, bringing 2 extra guys almost seems a little bit too risky in this situation. A minute 54 left. They're at midfield. That's one less guy in coverage. Yeah, one less spy, exactly.
Well, it'll be interesting, too, if some of the blitzes are going to be decoys and not. Or not.
Showing pressure, pulling back. Yeah, no doubt about it.
All right. 3rd and 5 Weiss, 1:54 left in the half here. Trojans look like they're bringing pressure. We'll see. Very deliberate. Man in motion.
I mean, that's a delay game. Oh, my God.
Thank you. We called it. The back judge got it. It's amazing. I mean, the clock's not running, so I don't know what the positive. Get a sideline warning on their offensive coordinator. That guy is on the field, in the field of play. But they have the old Baylor offense where they're so wide. I mean, they're literally to the end line. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 10 now from Weiss from the 50. Trojan's going to bring pressure. There, he's going to escape pressure. He's going to be all the way down the field.
Wow.
And a really nice run there by Shad. My goodness, Anderson had him 10 times.
Yeah, they had him dead to rights, but the kid's got some speed, finds the edge, and able to grab that 1st down.
Oh, my gosh, we had him. Had him just buttoned up in there. He broke it outside Ceselak and down the sideline. Nice cut back there. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now bunch formation. They're going to, the play clock is at 4, guys. It's unbelievable. All right, it's going to be a little flare out there. Just hold on to him,
Way
Grayson.
to hang
Good
on,
job,
Grayson. Yeah.
Lake, playing with that bum shoulder. Good job over there. Raheem Riley came to help, but a good job there by the senior Grayson Lake. Just holding on, and it will be 2nd and 6, Weiss. 1:37 left in the half. Trojans bringing heat. There it is. Middleton with a sack. Had a baby. And see, sometimes that helps because Trojans brought a little pressure from the interior, created a one-on-one to the outside, and Middleton gets his 497th sack of the year. It's going to be 3rd and 13, Weiss.
It's his second of the game, and big because the clock's going to keep rolling here. No timeouts left for Weiss.
Minute 7. They're still getting the play in. Trojans, a lot of pressure. Ooh! Oh, no, my goodness. You got to be kidding me.
There is a
late
flag that came in. I think
it's going to nullify the touchdown. I mean, McMillan almost had an interception.
Oh, my gosh.
It's going to be holding, as Rowan Erickson's letting them know. They had 2 guys holding him down around the 4-yard line. There's going to be 46 seconds left. Get that coach off the field. I mean, a miraculous catch on that play. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10, Weiss from the 15-yard line with 46 seconds left. You mentioned it, A-Train. They have no timeout, so anything you can stop them in the field of play will wind some clock, especially with how long it takes them to get a playoff.
Yeah, and from Weiss's end, you think they may be going for the end zone here because of that very reason.
All right, man in motion. 1st and 10, Weiss from the 15. Trojans bringing heat. There it is, Cesalak. I love it. Okay, so it looks like Holcomb dialing this up is creating a lot of pressure here and coming with your defensive ends containing Cesalak getting the sack. All right, second, clock is rolling with 25 seconds left. 2nd and 15. Looking, Shad's looking. He's going to flip it over there. Oh, it's incomplete with 13 seconds. Great coverage there by Rowan Erickson.
Yeah, you'll take that all day. Rowan Erickson with some nice coverage. He's a name as well. He's going to have to step up big as this one goes on.
Yep.
One-on-one there at the bottom of your screen. Well, now he's switching with Grayson Lake as he heads to the top of your screen. Flips screens.
13 seconds left. McMillan's going to bring pressure. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
You got to be kidding me. Houdini and a acrobatic catch in the end zone. Good coverage by Anderson. Good pressure by Anderson. But just an outstanding individual play by the receiver and quarterback there.
Yeah, Houdini, as you said, Wheels, is in the house.
Oh, my God.
I don't know how Jackson Shea had escaped that.
I mean, he throws that an inch lower. Alex Ngori is intercepting it. Kick is good with 5 seconds left in the first half. Weiss extends their lead to 14-0. So
wow.
Just an unfortunate turn of events. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, that's super frustrating for this unit. They all in all played a really solid defensive drive, and I mean, just individual talent on display, of course, but you know, that's one of those things you're going to...
I mean, if you sack him there, the half is over. They can't even get a field goal off. That's how pivotal that was. 5 seconds left in the first half. Even if he runs the ball and doesn't get a first down, the half's over.
Yeah, Anderson's pressure has been effective. It's gotten to the quarterback, but it's been picked up really well by a shade. He's been able to escape a few close calls in the backfield, and once he finds himself in space, I mean, he's the second leading rusher on this team. So.
Yeah, there's a reason he's got a bunch of D1 offers. He is a good, talented quarterback. All right, 5 seconds left in the half. We'll see what Weiss elects to do. Again, we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. Caleb Crenshaw's short right. Ben Hatcher is short left. Dangerous kick return team by Anderson. We'll see what they do. They're just going to punch it up the middle. It's going to be to Hatcher. Hatcher's going to have it go out of bounds with 1 second left.
Dial up a flea flicker.
I mean,
here.
maybe you're gonna be kicking off in the second half, but it's gonna be, the Weiss defense. You got to give them credit. They have really held Anderson's offense to not a lot.
And I think the big reason behind that has been stopping the run. They've been so effective at limiting Crenshaw tonight. I think they're aware of that record too, and they're thinking, we don't want him to get it, not on our turf.
Yeah. Well, it stinks because Anderson came out with a nice drive down the field. Turnovers have been an issue. All right, 2 seconds left. See what Anderson does here. It's going to be Crenshaw to the outside, cutting back. He's going to have about 5, and that'll take us to halftime. So at halftime, Anderson will go into it down. Is it the first time all year?
Might be.
I mean, what about College Station?
I believe Anderson had the lead. I wasn't commentating.
Tied,
that game.
okay.
Yeah. A&M consolidated, definitely.
Was it 14-14 or 14-7? No, they had 14. I think it was 14-14. We scored in the third quarter. They scored in the game. So I think we were tied.
Right. Yes. Yes, you are right.
Well, it felt like Anderson's defense was on the field quite a bit in that first half. It'll be good to get a good 28-minute break here as the Anderson Bells will perform. Interesting note, I'm going to brag on the Anderson band as they prepare to come out. Unbelievable job all season long by your Anderson band, pride of Northwest Austin. 40 kids from the band making their way to A&M, to College Station, performing in that pivotal 6 overtime game. And let me tell you something, Anderson band going to state this year for the first time in, I believe, 10 or 15 years. The Anderson band is going to state. So not only we're seeing good football, we've seen outstanding season from your Anderson band. We will go silent as you can enjoy their entire halftime performance and a performance by the Bells, and we'll return when the Weiss band comes out.
Trojan Bells, Dance Team, and Trojan Band. The Trojan Bells are under the direction of Ms. Kayla Orton and Ms. Hayes Harkins. The bell officers are Sophomore Lieutenant Annie Hutchison, Lieutenant Olivia Rubio, First Lieutenant Taylor Watson, Captain Lily McReynolds. The social officers are Celeste Bannister, Peachy Brooks, Celeste Bartelli, and Bentley Truss. The belle of the week is Annie Hutchison, and officer's choice is Celeste Bartelli. Tonight, the Bells are excited to perform a traditional high kick routine to Macho Nacho. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Trojan Bells. The Trojan Bells. The Trojan Bells would also like to thank the following businesses for their diamond level sponsorship: Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, Dell Technologies, D&T Construction, Cooks, Brooks and Johnson, and Keenan Group Compass Real Estate. And now, to continue your halftime entertainment, please welcome Anderson's oldest and proudest tradition, the pride of Northwest Austin, your 2025 Trojan Marching Band. Drum majors for the Trojan Band are Carolyn Biggs, Zee Sadell, Ethan Kaufman, and Marley Origer. The band president is Alex Gerlach, and the vice president is Zee Sadell. The Trojan Band section of the week is the saxophones and low reeds. The members of the week are Jake Myers, Addison Perkins, Abigail Glazer, and Parsa Mokhtari. The freshman of the week is Ridley Marchbanks. The Anderson Band and Bells would like to congratulate the Weiss Band on their 2025 season. For the first time in 15 years, the Trojan Band will be performing at the UIL State Marching Contest Monday, November 10th. Tonight, the Trojan Band will perform their 2025 competitive show entitled Thrown to the Wolves. Ladies and gentlemen, the Trojan Band.
Don't whatever you do. No, man, like where you at? Right here?
gentlemen, the Anderson Trojan Band. The guard directors are Chad Wood and Kenzie Hewitt. Front ensemble instructor is Sophie Thomason. Directors of the Anderson Band are Frank Nedley, Calvin Householder, and Hunter Smith. The Trojan Band would like to thank the Anderson community for their generosity during our yearly Flamingoing fundraiser. We would also like to thank the following businesses for their sponsorship: the Lowy Law Firm, Westbrook Metals Inc. and Metals for You Inc., the Red Fridge Society, Red Bud Mediation, Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, ATX Commercial Management, Ladera Park Dermatology, Nest Properties and Julie Wadelet, Pokey Joe's Barbecue, HostNet, Buckman Orthodontics, Prosperity Bank, Reliant Plumbing, BJ's Restaurant, and Austin Orthodontics. Thank you for your support, and go Trojans!
All right, what a performance by the Trojan Band again. Going to compete at the state championships. First time in 15 years. What a awesome job, awesome reward for these kids who have been incredible all season long. I think you've seen it. That is their performance, their championship performance that they will be taking to state, and just have had a magnificent year. Will be performing at the pep rally. So if you want to see them up close and personal, next Wednesday at 6 o'clock at Calhoun Field, you'll see this Trojan Band. Performances by cheer, bells, recognition for the Murchison Matador Championship 7A and 8A city championship teams. Trojan Pop Warner will be recognized, so it's going to be a fun night celebrating your district champion Anderson Trojan football team. Well, first half, let me tell you a little tale going into the second half. I went out. I've had about 107 Diet Cokes today, so I walk out to use the facility in this nice box area at the field, and a young man, I don't know what he was doing there. He's kind of an intern-looking guy. I was kind of in line for a bathroom, and then I waited. It's a one-shop stop. So I'm kind of in line, and then he kind of slides in front of me, and I kind of don't think anything of it. Well, the guy comes out, and he goes in there way too long. Oh. They're serving chili up here. Oh. So I just pivot. I go, boom, there's another one. Luckily, I come down. The old guy was coming out. Crisis averted.
Yeah, okay? Major crisis.
Good night, nurse.
Oh, man.
Okay, thoughts from the first half. The KBVO guys came out, and they're like a little surprised. I think Weiss is quick to the line, whatever, but they are controlling the clock. That drive you mentioned, how long was it? 6-minute drive?
Over 6 minutes. That was that first drive, extended from the end of the first into the second quarter. But yeah, you said it, Wheels. It feels like Weiss has had possession 3 quarters of this game so far, and Anderson's going to need to reverse that because it is a game of possession. The longer your defense is out on the field, the more tired they're going to get. That's when you start giving up those explosive plays. And for Anderson's sake, they need to start opening up this run game somehow. Yep. Caleb Crenshaw has to find room. I think they've been doing a really good job at those 5 to 10 yard middle of the field passing concepts to Jay Fulmer. We saw one earlier in the game.
Chase
as well. Yeah, Chase, right, exactly. And so you need a little bit more of that just to keep the defense on their toes and open up lanes for Caleb Crenshaw because they're stacking the box.
Yeah, they are.
You look at that defense; they know exactly what they're getting. So listen, this is a team. This is from the A-Train Research
I love it.
think tank. Against A&M Consolidated in College Station, the 2 losses this season for the Weiss Wolves. In the second half, they've been outscored by a combined 60-30.
Yep, and that's what I was about to say. If you do it on paper, the Anderson Trojan football team this year has been better in the second half. Again, the blowout of College Station was a second half dominant performance. And at the A&M Consolidated game, the Anderson defense had held that team to no points in the whole second half, save for the touchdown with 50 seconds left. So if any team was to come back, I give our boys conditioning-wise, and again, we've talked about CC1 in the second half. Again, wearing teams out, that O-line wearing teams out, and again, the defense wearing them out. So I think there's not a huge sense of pressure or consternation from the Anderson coaching staff or team. I think it's a take care of business mentality and know we can dominate the second half. We just got to go out and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think that I think it'll be interesting to see this defense. They've played better historically in the second half. But, of course, you need the offense to catch up if you're going to continue that. And they've been great tonight.
Yeah.
The defense has. The fact that it's 14-0, that's 2-score game, well within reach right now. But it's going to be on this Anderson offense to make some stuff happen. And, unfortunately, you start the second half on defense.
Yeah, that's right. Now, you do have an opportunity, and the Anderson defense with a interception in the game. Grayson Lake have turned the ball over. It would be nice to pin them with field position. Weiss, obviously, every opportunity will go for it, but just mix in a little Trojo, and we'll get our defense cooking, get a 3-and-out, and go down and score. We'll be right in this thing. I don't know what they're announcing here for Weiss. Oh, this is the, I think, senior band recognition for Weiss and Bells, their drill team. There's about 5 minutes left until the beginning of the second half here. Again, you mentioned it, great turnout by the Trojan fans there. A lot of students here making the drive over, and of course a good contingent. Anderson playing so well this year. The fans, it's going to be interesting to see. They'll be hosting a playoff game at House Park, maybe for the first time in history ever since UIL implemented the home playoff game. House Park will host a UIL Texas State playoff game, 3 o'clock Saturday, next Saturday, against Friendswood, which, what a day would that make? Go down to the tavern, have you a couple go to Shoal Creek Saloon, have you some, and then slide over to House Park.
Make some noise.
Yeah, make some noise. You got the Texas game after that. It's going to be a fun Saturday for sure if you're a fan of football in the state of Texas.
Head back to the tavern to celebrate the win.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Huge.
Yeah, well, still.
Yeah, it's going to be one thing about this. You've kind of hinted at it, but it's going to be important for the Anderson offense to get on track.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is give Friendswood or any of these teams good film of how to stop you.
100%. 100%. It boils down to the play calling as well. Some people believe in second half adjustments, some people don't. But how do you come out of this half and respond? That's going to be a big question mark. And you really don't want to end this. I mean, no matter, you want to win this game.
Of course.
But you definitely don't want to walk out of here with a 0 on that scoreboard if you're the Trojans. I mean, from the Friendswood angle, but also, from the momentum going into the playoffs.
You got to keep the Trojanum going.
The Trojanum.
We've had good Trojanum all year long.
Sounds like a prescription drug.
Absolutely.
Trojanum.
Give me 58 milligrams of Trojanum for this second half.
Yeah, feed some of that to CC1.
Absolutely. Well, and I felt like he was really close on a couple of those. One thing that our KBVO broadcast frenemies over there mentioned, which is true, and we probably haven't highlighted enough, Weiss does have some incredible athletes, both offensively, defensively. They've got Division I receivers and a quarterback, only a sophomore, that will play Division I football. So we're not playing a couple of schmoes. This team has been in the top 10 all year. Weiss has. Their only losses being to College Station and A&M Consolidated, 2 teams also who have made appearances in the top 10 in the state, depending on the rankings. So this is truly a battle of 2 of the best teams, not only in Central Texas, but in the state.
Yeah, it's a home game for Pflugerville Weiss. They're pissed off.
Yeah, they are.
That is a huge factor. And it's sort of, it's been a while since Anderson's had to play up to this level. I think Anderson,
it has,
for better and for worse, has kind of played relatively, with a few exceptions, to the level of their competition. Again, for better and for worse and for better, because of those wins with College Station and A&M Consolidated. And so right now, you sort of shake off some rust. You're like, all right, wait a second, we are better than this team.
Yep.
Now let's play like it.
Yeah, for sure. And it was funny because the way the season set up, you opened straight out of the gate with 2 monumental games. You had a bye in there. Anderson, of course, winning both of them. And then you went on kind of a run with a non-competitive game and a somewhat competitive game, then a couple non-competitive games and a somewhat competitive game. And now you're back in the thick of it, and you're going to be in the thick of it the rest of the year. So, calling it rust, I think that's fair. I mean, I think playing offensively with a sense of urgency is paramount in the second half to continue the rest of the way throughout this season. All right, we are set to go here. We are done with the Spirit Group senior honorees for Weiss, as the Trojans are prepared to come out, as is Weiss, to play the second half. And here come the Trojans. Trojans will be kicking off to start the second half here at the field. All right, we're about ready for the second half. Weiss leading Anderson 14-0. Beautiful night, 70 degrees in Austin, Texas. With kind of solid vest weather, I'd say.
Great vest weather. Finally feels like fall, which is great.
It does.
And I mean, this week especially. It hurts with the clocks going back an hour.
Yeah, it does.
But you know, you get the holidays coming up.
Agreed.
It's a good time of year in my book.
I agree. I did get mad last year around New Year's Eve. It was really balmy, and it really angered me. And I've got a lot of really solid outerwear I like to bring out, and not getting that chance really chapped me.
Yeah, no, it's nice to have like that light layer
Oh
of
yeah, just fantastic.
you know, Q-zip action.
Yeah, you got all kinds of looks you can throw at it.
Maybe a flannel.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's more your generation.
Yeah, well, it's the Midwest.
The Midwest flannel.
Yeah.
All right, Ospo's going to kick here. Ball does fall, but we remember the tee this game, which is always huge.
Right. Although, I mean,
Brady Foster, great holding.
Yeah. Something sentimental about it.
All right, here's Ospo to kick. He's going to kick it high and short, gathered about the 20. Nice job there, Logan Gephardt. Really, really good job by Gephardt. He's done an awesome job all year being the outside guy on this kick coverage unit. He engaged with his blocker, kept outside containment, and made the tackle. So nice job by 1-2 there. And it'll be 1st and 10, Weiss from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, so we were talking about this just now at the half. Anderson starting here on defense. This is where you need a quick 3 and out. You finally have them in their own field, in their own side of the field, and you got to keep them there.
That hard count we've not fallen for. We'll hopefully continue that. All right. Twins to either side. Out of the shotgun, it's going to be a little screen pass. Oh, that's a hold. No call. I think they had double. I mean, Rowan Erickson's going to have to shift his shoulder pads, but pretty big hold on that screen. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Going to be a give up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's going to be brought down there. A good tackle by Longoria, but had room to run, and a 1st down Weiss.
Yeah, Miami Riley helped out as there as well, stepping in, bringing him down, preventing any further gain.
Little pump and go. All the way down the field. It's got a guy wide open, but it is overthrown. So they pump fake the screen pass, tried to go downfield, and overshot the receiver.
Yeah, an overthrow there, but he certainly was open.
He was open. He had very interesting here. Weiss, you know, with these twin receivers so far wide, it does open up some running lanes in the middle. So it will be 2nd and 10 Weiss from the 48-yard line of Anderson.
Anderson showing some pressure here.
Got Pierce Miller and McMillan looking to bring pressure. Be give up the middle. Nice play there. Hodges Smith and Pierce Miller on a good stop there. It will be 3rd and 8 after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Anderson staying consistent, filling those running lanes. But on these 3rd and 4th down situations,
Got to contain him. Looking to throw. Pressure, spins out of it. Still pressure. Going to be sacked by Hodges Smith there. And a nice stop as they get him out of bounds.
Well, you got your contain there, Wheels. Hodges had his body all the way lined up with Shad, followed him down towards the Anderson sideline there, so it brings up a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah.
Or 4th,
and long,
yeah, I was thinking it was 4th.
4th and long there. Offense remaining on the field. Fourth and 9. Trojans bringing pressure. Got a man. It's going to be overthrown,
Nice.
and the Trojans get the stop there. So an awesome job by this Trojan defense getting a stop. And turnover on down. So well done by the Trojan defense. Couple of really big plays there. All right, so a good job by the Trojan D there. All right, Trojans will take over at the 48-yard line.
That was exactly the stop you needed. Now
Yep.
this offense has to capitalize. Well, I formation here.
Yep, power run. CC1, not a lot there. Not quite the Maryland eye, which
No,
I think we retired.
I enjoyed it while we
Yeah,
had
it
it.
was fun to see.
But it's interesting. You bring in that extra blocking personnel there.
Yep,
Just
they're going to
trying
stick with it.
Yeah, rightfully so.
All right.
Try to get something going here for Caleb.
All right, there's Crenshaw. Nice run, Caleb. CC1 is going to pound through and set up a 3rd and 4. So a little counter look from Anderson out of that I formation. But here comes Miami Riley and Chase Thomason in for Lopez, and O'Keefe will move back to guard. 3rd and 4, Anderson.
Yes, you have Tripp showing that receiver look. I still think he set up 4th and reasonable.
There's Miami
Nice.
Riley's got it. Little shake, a little bake. He's down. He's down. He's down. He's down. Oh, boy. Come on. They're going to say he fumbled. I'm going to say he's down. I'm going to watch a replay, and I'll tell y'all. Are they going to? They're not going to show the replay. All right, the Trojan defense coming back on the field. So Miami Riley fighting for extra yards there, getting called a fumble, and Weiss takes over.
Yeah, that hurts there real bad. I mean, you had the first down,
Yep.
too.
All right, 1st and 10, Weiss. They're going to give it up the middle. There's nothing. It's going to be no gain. Middleton and Levine in there. Oh, boy. Hodges Smith is down. Now, Hodges Smith was, after that sack, he's really mad.
Player down on the field. Hodges Smith checking up on the play.
Injury.
Well, that's good to see.
Yeah, he's up. We'll see. Chuck Healing will be in the ball game at the inside.
Second down and 10.
All right, it'll be 2nd and 10. Weiss. May give up the middle. Nice stop there by the Trojan defense. Chuck in on that one.
And this is where those reps in some of those late game situations where you saw second team defense kind of come in. Chuck Healing's has been one of those guys. He's really filled that role well, and so they're going to need him to step up here for Hodges while he's out.
All right, it's going to be 2nd and 10. I mean, excuse me, 3rd and about 9 for Weiss. Trojan D needing a stop again. Looking to throw. Still looking. Still looking. Trojans bringing all kinds of pressure. They'll have him. Good sack there by the Trojan D. That's what they needed, man. They contained really well and got the big sack. So on for the first time will be the Weiss punting unit. But
wow.
Man, you watch a sack like that, you're really keeping him in a box and just trying to close it.
Yeah, well done on that contain. Finally, and downfield as well, not much going on. Good coverage paired with that nice defensive front.
All right. High snap. Punt is away. Fulmer under it. Cuts up field.
Go, Jay.
There goes Jay. Nice return there on a good punt. That's catching it in the air. We've preached it all season long.
Mm-hmm.
And a nice return by Jay Fulmer. So another opportunity for this Trojan offense to get something cooking in this game.
Yeah, here you go.
Good field position from the 45.
Now, I think Cove has had a decent amount of success actually using his arm tonight. And, of course, you keep trying to go Caleb Crenshaw, get him going. But, stick to what's working, right?
Yeah.
Use the arm if you have it.
Option look. There's Cove. He's going to have about 3-2. I think we're getting short spotted here. .705 left in the third quarter. Trojans trying to get something cooking offensively. Second and 8 Trojans. Here's Cove looking. Oh, he's going to be brought down for a big loss on a sack there. Stayed in the pocket. Almost broke out of it, but it'll be a big loss. It'll be 3rd and 15.
Yeah, pressure right in his face, and could not escape in time. So it'll be a 3rd and long here, and you try to get this one kind of close, because I think if it's 4th down, you are almost in go-for-it territory, barring, a 4th and
around
something
midfield,
crazy.
You're right. I like around midfield. All right, Fulmer in motion. Play action. It's going to be a screen pass to Hatcher. Hatcher's going to fight forward, and it will be about 4th and 11, Anderson. We'll see. The punting unit is on the field. So a quick 3 and out. This defense, I mean,
yeah, Weiss defense has come to play tonight, Wheels, no doubt about it. Still a lot of time left in this game, but
yeah, they have come to play. Okay, McMillan gets a great bounce. Let it go. All right, it's going to be all the way down to about the 28-yard line. So McMillan gets a good bounce there, and it will be 1st and 10 Trojans. All right, Smith's got a knee brace on, thank goodness. All right. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Weiss from the 28-yard line.
Turnover here.
Oh, it'd be massive. Speak it into existence, A-Train.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10, Weiss. It's going to be give up the middle. Nice job there by that Trojan D.
Now, the most important thing, because those guys down there are thinking it too. They're thinking turnover. Yep. But you got to make sure you wrap up.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it, right? You want to, you do want to try to punch that ball out, right? Try to get that thing loose, but the most important thing, is making sure you wrap up and finish the tackle.
Yeah. All right, 2nd and 9. 4:45 left in the third quarter. Play action. He's going to flare it out there. Woo, baby. Grayson Lake had a little look at it, but it will be incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 9, Weiss.
And these incompletions help as well, stopping the clock.
Yeah, and, we need, obviously, a 3-and-out for just the sake of a 3-and-out, but get that defense off the field.
For sure.
All right, come on, Trojan D. 4:35 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 9. Trojans having the opportunity to take some field position. 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. He's going to fire it deep and well overthrown. It's going to be incomplete, and it will be 4th down.
Wow, massive credit to this defense. I'm
Great
not going to say
coverage.
anything until they bring on the punt. Okay, there we go.
Longoria back there, but a good job by the Trojans.
I mean,
they're trying to get that guy. He's a Division I player, and he is a heck of a receiver, but he's gotten open one time, and there was an overthrow. But good coverage there. All right, Jay, do it.
a big return here needed. Understatement of the year.
Yeah, agreed. 4th and 9. McMillan's going to bring a little heat, but it's going to be a low punt. Jay's going to scoop it around the 30, and they're going to call a fair catch, I believe, or are they going to say his knee was down? Either way, it hurts because we will take over at the 29, and Jay was well on his way. Jay's talking to him. I think, what do you think he's saying? You think they said fair catch, or you think they?
I think maybe they said knee
His
down.
knee
Here's
down.
the replay.
Okay,
No, it's going to be the replay of the previous offensive play if they ever. Nope.
yeah, we're not gonna have.
All right.
We're not gonna have perfection on the replay here at the.
No,
field.
the great jumbotron.
Yeah.
But, well, listen, this offense in any previous game this season has gotten the ball at their own 30-yard line, and it's the same thing as getting it in plus yardage. They've had no problem getting down the field. Tonight has been a different story.
Yep.
No doubt about it. The Caleb Crenshaw game has not been there. It's just been a different look defensively. It feels like it's caught Anderson a little bit off guard. And what, the solution is figuring out how do we beat this defense? How can we get to the edges? How can we, get creative with our blocking schemes? We gotta get a lane open for Caleb Crenshaw. So we'll see what they do here.
We'll see what Anderson dials up. Now twin backs in the backfield. It's going to be a give to Crenshaw. Nice cut, still up and running, and he's going to have about 5. So, we're getting yards, but they're making them hard to get.
For sure, and they're stacking the box as we discussed. They're making it hard for him to find space in the second level because that's where he's so dangerous. It's once he gets past that first 4 or 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, he becomes so lethal.
All right, 2nd and 5. It's going to be play action. He's got a man wide open down the middle. There he goes. Big play, Jay Fulmer, all the way down. Jay Fulmer will score. Trojan! How about that play action pass and a touchdown by big play Jay Fulmer, streaking down the sidelines and in for the Trojan touchdown.
Just when you needed your do-it-all guy, you find the man with the plan, Jay Fulmer. Wide open, burst of speed, sheds the biggest tackle of the game.
Yep.
In for 6. Oh my goodness.
Absolute dime from my man, number 7, Cove Derbyshire.
And just like that, because of how this defense has stood up in the second half, it's a one-possession game.
A little odd of what's going on now. What are they doing? Okay. Touchdown. Okay. A little strange setup there, but a touchdown for the Trojans. And a nice play action pass and a perfect shot by Cove Derbyshire, and then all Jay Fulmer speed. And to your point, breaking off that tackle at the 10 and a touchdown for the Trojans. Kick is up. Kick is true. Ryan Osbo, the senior, nails it, and the Trojans cut the Weiss lead to 7. 14-7 with 3:38 left in the third quarter.
And you sort of feel the momentum start to kind of shift. The scales weighing back down a little bit in the other direction. This is when on that sideline, you know it. On the Anderson sideline, you're thinking, okay, these guys have blown a couple second half leads. On the Weiss sideline, they're thinking,
could it happen again?
We've blown a couple second half leads, right?
Could it happen again?
And again, the defense has been prolific this second half.
Very solid, very solid. All right, kick it to Gephardt's side, boys. .338 left in the third quarter. Trojans strike back. First points of the ball game. Big play, Jay Fulmer on the reception and streaking down the field for a Trojo touchdown.
Games like these as well, when you feel lucky to have a pretty reliable extra point kicker as well.
Yeah,
it seems small, but in games like these one-score ticky-tacky games, you don't necessarily want to have to rely on that nervy 2-point conversion.
No.
But you wonder what the analytics say in games like these as well.
On the road, you go for the throat punch. Okay, here's Osbo to kick. It's going to be very high and short. It's going to be fair caught around the 28-yard line, which I like it. I don't want to fool around. I don't want to. You got a very, very speedy, talented team.
Speedy, talented team. The special teams for Anderson from the kick coverage side of things has had, it's had its strong moments, it's had its shaky moments. Yeah, you don't, and you've had success from this part of the field defensively. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10. Weiss from the 28-yard line. They're going to split very wide, as they often do. Quickly out of the set. Oh, ball's down. Ball's down, and it's going to be a loss. So you wonder if that quick set may have hurt them, but it will be a loss of about 5 and be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that's massive. That is massive. Already a little bit of a shaky start to this offensive possession. Still looking for that second turnover.
Yeah, agreed. All right, it's going to be 2nd and 15. Play action, looking, got a man open, fires it. He's going to be tackled out of bounds, and he's going to have about, I don't know, let's call it 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
It's where that little tower formation on the near side can be so dangerous.
Yep.
That back guy just stops in his tracks. All of a sudden, he's wide open.
It's going to be a give up the middle. Oh, God, breaks it to the outside. He's going to have a first down. Man, the Trojans had him. Oh, they had him back there, and he broke out and got a first down.
Yeah, we've seen that with Shad on a couple of those QB keepers as well. sort of bites on the inside and then breaks it to the outside.
It's going to be a flare out there. Nice job by Erickson closing the gap.
Yeah, getting off that block as well. Really nice work.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 6. Second and 6 is going to go up the middle. Nice job of that Trojan front.
Yeah, Pierce Miller in there.
Yeah, really good job by Pierce.
A critical 3rd down coming up here, Wheels.
Yeah, it's a pretty big 3rd down here. 3rd and 6 for Weiss.
Well, you know, they're all big 3rd downs.
Yep.
There's never not a big 3rd down.
He's going to flare a screen outside. Nice job, McMillan. Excellent job there. He's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. McMillan with a very, very well played. Will be 4th down. Now, this is a spot they went for it earlier in the game. And with the offensive coordinator about at the right-left hash calling a signal, it looks like they will go for it. 4th and 6.
Yeah, and again, defense has done a good job of it, but continuing, do not bite on that hard count. 4th and 6. Do not want to make this any easier for them.
Don't. Low snap, it'll be a quick kick. High. Oh, he's going to have an awesome bounce, too. All the way down to the 9. So a good stop by the Trojan defense.
Yeah, nice stop. That's why they run those little quick punts, because you don't send the guy back there.
The defense has got to respect what you're doing.
And you pick up a roll like that, just like that. Trojans are starting from
he got a great roll.
Their own 9. But now all of a sudden you have a little bit more confidence in this offense.
They've got to respect it. They've got to respect the play action.
Got to respect the play action. Exactly, Wheels. That was something I was looking for coming out of halftime. You know, do you bluff with CC1 and, you know, really utilize the arm of Cove Derbyshire?
Yeah, Hugh Hakes into the game in the slot. 4 receivers set for Anderson. It's going to be CC1 up the gut. He's going to fall forward for about 3. 56 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7. You really want to stack up some first downs.
Mm-hmm.
2 backs in the backfield for Anderson. It's going to be CC1 trying to get to the outside.
Nice
Cuts
block.
forward. He's going to have a first down and more, and a good run there by CC1. He's going to have a first down. Yeah, Jay Fulmer leading the way.
Yeah, I love those plays to the edge when it's one-on-one with the DB. That's where Caleb Crenshaw can be so dominant.
33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 Trojans. It's going to be CC1. Nowhere to go. Boy, real quick penetration by Weiss, and it will be 2nd and 11. With 19 seconds, you wonder if the Trojans will take this one to the 4th quarter, reassess. Pretty pivotable.
Yep.
2nd and 11. And they will. They'll take it to the quarter.
Oh, this is exciting. Okay. We got the race of the 5th graders going on. Starting on the goal line, a little 3rd quarter, end of the 3rd quarter entertainment. I'm going to try to call this thing like a horse race. Oh, a little false start there, but we're off. Oh my God, we got White Shirt with a huge lead. and he's going to win this thing easily. Looked like he was running a 4.4 out there. Future running back for the Weiss Wolves. And he's on his way back as well. Oh, my goodness. Well, some athletes out here tonight, folks. Great Thursday night. A little entertainment in Pflugerville. But we're just about ready for action. Start of the fourth quarter. Anderson trails Weiss by a score of 14-7. But we'll pick up possession of the ball. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Derbyshire play action. He fires. Chase Thomason's got it. There goes Chase down the sidelines. It's knocked out of bounds, but it will be a first down Trojans on the pitch and catch from Cove to Chase. Good pass there, really in tight coverage. Chase, strong hands, and a nice play. I got my
Rally.
I had to move to Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Rally Diet Dr. Pepper.
Love the P Field, unlimited supplies of Diet Cola. All right, CC1's got it. Fighting hard yards. He's going to have about 6 there. I got a macadamia nut. Kind of a fan, I'll be honest with you. I got the boys chocolate chip. We had chili tonight, not that pizza you loved.
Yeah,
It wasn't on. I thought it was going to be really good, and it wasn't.
I thought it was better than the pizza.
Yeah, it was better than the pizza.
The pizza, was really nothing to write home about. I'm glad they mixed it up.
Yep.
Felt like a touch of home cooking.
Yeah, it did. A lot of love poured into that.
Just know the menu for House Park's going to be nuts.
There's CC1 up
Go.
the middle.
Go.
There goes CC1 still going.
Starting to
As
look
that
a little
fourth
bit
quarter-
more
yeah,
like
those
it.
fourth quarter yards from this guy. As a yeoman's job straight through the middle, CC1, and a first down, Anderson on the move.
Do you feel that, Wheels?
Yeah, Trojo.
A little Trojo
Little
starting to
little
seep its
Trojo
way
in the air.
into the field.
All right, 1st and 10, Trojans. Cove's looking to pass, get rid of it. There he does. Jay Fulmer. Oh, wonderful open field tackle. Jay would have had a few more there on that little pass over the middle. He's going to have a couple yards. It'll be 2nd and 8, Anderson.
It almost feels like a 7-yard play, though, because Cove did such a good job getting that ball out as pressure was right in his face.
Yep.
Didn't take the sack, thankfully.
The old Dan Fouts back pedal, keeping your eyes downfield. Miami Riley now into the game at receiver. Twins on either side. It's going to be CC1 up the middle. Cuts it. Oh! Almost gets a first down. Kind of ran into his blocker. Still fell forward real close to the first down. It'll be short by a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1. Anderson from the 34-yard line of Weiss.
Feels like Anderson has sort of wiped a little bit of the energy from this defensive front for Weiss. All of a sudden, a little bit more room for Caleb Crenshaw to break some action.
Out of the power set, it's going to be Elias O'Keefe. He's real oh, come on. Give me a spot, guys. It's going to be 4th and 1. They're going to give him no gain. I mean, it's like they waited. I think Elias had it, and they waited, and they pushed him back, and that's where they spotted the ball. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a yard short here. They're going to stay in this power set. Come on, fellas.
Here you go.
It's going to be Crenshaw. Crenshaw fighting. Crenshaw still fighting.
Oh, my God.
He's going to be stopped short. So an excellent one-on-one tackle there by the Weiss Wolves, and it will be 1st and 10, Weiss from the 29-yard line.
Damn. He was just as close as he could. I mean, looks basically right out on the line of scrimmage. If it was the old NFL, they would have brought out the chain gang. But, I mean, the fact that Crenshaw even escaped that initial tackle to get to the outside is a feat in its own.
All right, 1st and 10 Weiss from the pistol. It's going to be a give up the middle. Still up. Oh, boy. Finish. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God.
No. Down the sideline. It's going to be knocked out of bounds.
Wow.
God dang it. Well,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Couple missed tackles in there.
That stings. I mean, of course, drive not over,
Yeah.
but
All right, ball's loose.
oh my God.
Ball
my
is
God.
still loose.
Oh.
They'll get it. All right, I was going to mention Chuck Healing has been in this series for Smith. Smith tweaked his knee earlier. Chuck got in there and knocked the ball loose. Almost recovered. It's going to be a loss, though. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 12. Now, Smith is standing on the sidelines. He was in and out of that last series. It'll be interesting if they're going to play it cool, knowing that this is in the last game.
Yeah, as much as you want that perfect season, you got to remember that you need your guys for the real hunt, which is the playoffs.
All right, 2nd and 12, or 2nd and goal from the 12. Play action, but there are whistles. Delay game. These guys, it's unbelievable.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
They're the slowest spread team I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, they love to use up that clock.
All right, it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 17. 7:47 left in the ball game. Looking to throw, holding, not called, open receiver in the end zone.
No call yet.
No call.
It's
Oh my goodness.
ah.
Liam McMillan's apoplectic. I mean, the guy right there didn't make the call. Give me a replay.
They might just give you the touchdown graphic.
Here's a replay. You can't really tell. Everybody says it's incomplete, and the guy didn't make the call. He was right there. They're still talking about it.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me. Well, the Trojans have not gotten the breaks here on the officiating unit. But with 7:40 left, they will be down 2 scored to Weiss. Trojans bringing all kinds of heat, but the kick is up and good.
Yeah, well, 7:40 left to go in the game. Certainly not over yet. A little bit more challenging now.
A little bit more challenging. I'll tell you one thing that will be interesting. Trojans, for the first time all year, having to play with urgency offensively.
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't had to have a comeback here. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Z goes to. The good thing is having a back like CC1, using him out of the backfield in the pass game is effective. He's got awesome hands. But it'll be interesting to see how this Trojan offense comes out having to put 2 scores in the game. That one really unfortunate there on the long run.
And this is a team all year that hasn't struggled with something like
No.
wrapping up
No.
a tackle, but somehow shed 3 there.
All right, it is going to be a little pooch. Fair caught. Around the 29-yard line, Trojans will take over.
Yeah, so, you know, I think they'll probably go to the air a bit more here. Like you said, I think seeing Caleb Crenshaw as more of a receiving back will be something they may look to utilize here.
All right, Crenshaw's going to take it up the middle, have some yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 with 7:30 left. We'll see if they play with some urgency here. 2nd and 6. Now they will huddle with 7:15 left. Here's Cove.
Oh boy.
A lot of pressure. He is going to be sacked. So the pressure came right from the middle. It's going to be 3rd and a whole bunch.
Yeah, basically no time for Cove to do anything there. Pressure immediately in his face.
It's going to be 6:50 left in the ball game. Here's Cove. Play action, looking, firing. Oh, I thought it was quick, and they're not going to call it. Trying to hit Hugh Hakes over the middle around that first down marker. I thought he was hit a little early, but it will be incomplete.
Yeah, it was right on it, and no choice but to bring out the punt unit here.
Correct. 6:27 left, down 21-7.
Oh no.
Yeah, McMillan gets it off, and it's an unbelievably good punt.
Oh my goodness.
Get
Run.
it, boys. Knock it back. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, it's a touchback.
Oh my God. What an unbelievable punt.
It was an unbelievable punt and a good first effort. And it just seemed to slow down. It just, you don't have, if you fall on it and you go in the end zone, guys, it's going to be a touchback. So it is a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20.
Yeah, well, you're in that territory of the game where you need that turnover pretty badly. Can't afford a long-winded drive here. If they go to the air, they've had a few shots at it.
I expect them to try to run the ball, wrap up. It's going to be a give up the middle,
Nice.
and that is an awesome play.
And don't expect Weiss to snap the ball anytime soon.
No,
here.
they won't. So 5:56 left. They're going to run every bit of this clock down. It's going to be 2nd and 11. They are going to air it out. He's got a man open. Trojans close, though, nicely. It's going to be 3rd and 4, a pivotal 3rd and 4 here.
Huge.
They're quickly to the line. They have no intention of going quick.
Yeah. I think they actually could have even gotten the first down there, but he chose to stay in bounds to keep that clock running. So it.
All right, 5:10 left. 3rd and 4. They jumped. Trojans motioning. It will be procedure, and it will be 3rd and 9. So 4:56 left. It's going to be 3rd and 9 Weiss from their own 21-yard line. Clock is stopped with 4:56 left.
If they hand this ball off, got to make the tackle. Got to make the tackle.
Wrap up.
Wrap up. Drive them to the ground.
It's going to be a play action, and it will be caught and more. He's got to go. That's the Division I. So a play action over the middle and a touchdown. Miami Riley gambled with a pick, and it is going to be a touchdown. So after containing him all game, he breaks off for a touchdown for Weiss.
Yeah, that's some serious speed out there, and you know Miami's got to come in. He's got to make a play at that ball to kind of keep Anderson in this thing.
That's the worst replay I've ever seen on the Jumbotron, no offense. Yeah, that is just a tough one on 3rd and 9 from your own. I love McMillan coming from the edge, trying to block it. Well, it is interesting because you've had, you know, it'll be interesting to see what offensively we go to. I still like trying to air it out with a lot wide here. But for sure, we had a kind of a hairy moment with Smith tweaking his knee. He hadn't been in the past 2 series, but he's standing over there on the sidelines. You sure hope he's fine and ready to go for Friendswood.
Yeah, it's a win coming out of here with guys healthy. So, you know, you're hoping Hodges will be back out there next week. The fact that they had him in for a few possessions is
yeah, that's got to be a good sign.
It's certainly a good sign. A centerpiece from this defense. So with 4:45 to go, the Wolves will kick.
Kind of freaked out. I knocked over your binoculars and acted like they were the crown jewels of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Well, they're the comeback player of the year this season.
Golly.
Yeah, been a massive help for some key spotting moments. And it's like they're going to bring out the holder here. So a little page out of
they used the other fake kicker to be the holder.
It's another pooch. Fair catch called for by Hatcher. So Anderson will start from the 27-yard line, 4:45 to go in this one.
Yeah, that's a smart play by Ben. That ball was up in the middle and kind of in no man's land. He quickly called a fair catch and bolted over there to catch it. But that kick being against the wind can be a little tricky.
So Anderson will keep the starting O out here. Obviously playing a little bit with house cards, just trying to maybe get a little confidence boost on the way out of Weiss. I mean, you know, anything's possible. 4:45 left to go in the game. 4 receiver set. Crenshaw in the backfield, looking deep, looking for Sharp. Oh, almost had him. Good coverage. A little taunting action going on. We're going no
call.
Yeah, no laundry on the field.
They're trying to hit Sharp deep with the wind. Kind of a really good pass. Kind of on the money, but Sharp only got one hand out there on it.
Yeah, decent coverage as well. Looked like The corner might have gotten a hand on it, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 27. 4:40 to go as the clock stops on the incompletion. Cove out of shotgun, looking, scrambling right, still looking, middle of the field. Has Jay Fulmer.
He's gonna be across the line. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got to feel that a little better. He ran and ran and ran. Now Hatcher's going to talk about it because they're going to say he was a yard over. He had room to run, but he threw a good dart across the middle, and he's gotten away with that all season long, making good throws on the run.
Yeah, was getting close to that line to gain, and we've seen it before too, where Cove has had room to run, and then at the last second, right as he's getting towards the line of scrimmage, dishes it out. There, just a little too late, so it'll be 3rd and long. Three receiver set. Crenshaw back there with Cove. Again, looking to throw pressure right in his face. And that one's going to fall incomplete. And it'll be 4th down. And the punt unit looks to be coming on for the Trojans. So 3 and out there.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and 15. It looked like they were trying to set up some sort of screen there. And really, nobody was looking.
Yeah, going for that tunnel screen, which has worked well throughout the season. It just feels like it's been a completely different look facing this Weiss defense. McMillan gets off another good one, and it's going to keep rolling down towards the Weiss 22-yard line is where it is downed.
Yeah, McMillan padding the stats there on the 2 punts in a row. Very, very effective. And it'll be 4:04 left in the ball game. Anderson down 28-7. I would say a couple fluky plays has been the difference in this one.
Yeah, a couple fluky plays. Now, you want to play for a little bit of pride here as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And most important thing, you got to keep a level head. And you just know, Weiss might try to egg him on a little bit, but you got to play your game. All right, 1st and 10 for Weiss. Still 7 seconds on the play clock, as this one's a give up the middle. Tripped up nicely by Liam McMillan. Obviously, don't expect him to operate in such a hurry, so it'll probably be another 30 seconds before the next play. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Weiss.
Yeah, McMillan with a good play there. Healing was blitzing through another hole, and there was a little room to run for that Weiss running back, but McMillan tripping him up.
And I think defensively as well, sort of, you go into this game thinking, they're just going to be targeting those twin receivers all night, as there's a give. Back up the middle. Ooh, tough run for the 1st down for Weiss. But they've been utilizing this run attack, and it's really been working for this Weiss offense. So, something you watch in film this week in practice. Of course, Weiss, one of the better teams in 5A. No doubt about it. Of course, going into that College Station match, ranked 9th or 10th, just behind Anderson in the Dave Campbell's polls. Man in motion here out of the shotgun on 1st down from the 38-yard line to give up the gut. Another strong run for a gain of about 8. So it'll be 2nd and 2. 2:40 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, nice play there out by Oxengory, the safety coming up and stopping what could have been a bigger run.
And of course, the scoreboard doesn't tell the full story, especially for this defense. You know, Wills, they, in that first quarter, or the third quarter, I should say, of this second half, looked really strong, and you know, we felt the Trojo. It was there.
It was there.
For sure. Handoff up the middle, and these chunk runs just
yeah, good
no
job
answer
by
for 'em.
Longoria. Yeah, and it's not a good sign that Longoria, a wonderful tackler as we get to the 2-minute timeout, but we don't want our safeties making all the tackles here.
No doubt. You know, it does feel like some air has been taken out of the defense, rightfully. They've been on the field for much of this game. So some fatigue definitely settling in.
And you wonder how much not having Smith in there, you know, getting the plays in from Holcomb is affecting it, but you just don't know. But again, a lot of pride in this unit. Certainly want to get a stop here.
Certainly so. Ball right around midfield here. Again, Wolves lead 28-7, 2 minutes to play here at the P Field in Pflugerville, Texas. First Thursday night here in November. And hopefully a lot more November football to play for the Trojans.
Absolutely. All right.
So it'll be 1st and 10. It is a give up the middle. And stopped nicely, pushed back there by Max Middleton.
Yeah, and the rivs in there. So it's good. Now we got the D-line back here making tackles.
Yeah. 1:44 to go in the game. Obviously, Weiss not going to use any timeouts. Anderson likely not going to use any timeouts either. But I think, again, playing for some pride here.
Yeah, you want to keep him out of the end zone.
This is what you want the final score to be, unless, of course, you turn the ball over and go score. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Shad out of the shotgun. Another give, another run up the middle, and another gain of around 6 or 7.
Yeah, Longoria again coming up from that safety spot. Good tackle, but it will be 3rd and 2. Minute left.
Yeah, and doesn't look like Weiss necessarily playing with any plans of taking deep shots here.
No.
So it'll be 3rd and 2 as the clock winds down under a minute. Probably one play left in this game. And they'll finish it off with another handoff. Tackle made nicely by Longoria. Coming up from that safety spot, bringing him down. And that will do it. The Weiss Wolves finish this one off, beating the Anderson Trojans 28-7, handing them their first loss of what's been a magnificent regular season. Obviously a record-setting year for the Trojans, heading into what should be a great stretch of playoff football, starting off next week at House Park versus Friendswood.
Yep. You're going to face an angry, angry Anderson team.
You know, in a way, you could argue that Anderson needed something like this.
Yeah.
As much as you wanted the win, you wanted the undefeated season, it was a little bit of a wake-up call.
Yep. You know, it's crazy. The talk at lunch was we had the best week of practice all season long, which oftentimes doesn't necessarily translate into the sharpest game. But, I mean, Weiss' game plan, you got to give them credit. They came in and did a lot of things, and the plays went their way. They really did. You know, we had some crucial fumbles. I don't know that offensively we played with the urgency we needed to in that first half. Obviously, the second half you had some opportunities, and it just didn't capitalize.
Well, Wheels, it was the first team that Anderson has played all season who figured out how to stop Caleb Crenshaw.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And I think there's a one-to-one correlation there, because when that guy gets going, the whole team gets going.
I agree.
The offense turns to defense, and you control possession of the football. And that's something Weiss did well, and Anderson did not. They did not control possession of the football. You know, we'll have to take a look at the stats, see how many first downs for each side.
Yeah, and I would say the real key to Weiss's defensive play this game was containing Crenshaw, like you said. They never let him get to the second level, and if they did, the safeties came up strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the D-line as well for Weiss, they did a really good job penetrating the offensive line and giving them hiccups. Remember, we talk about this a lot. This was an offensive line coming into the season that had a lot of question marks, a lot of juniors starting for the Trojans. And to this point, they have been one of the major bright spots on this entire team. You know, the likes of Jay Gray up there, Elias O'Keefe, Navarro, Hayden Beard, of course, on the right side, and Caden Williams. But, you know, tonight they met a veteran defense, a couple college guys out there, guys that have been here before and have played in these big games, and guys that are coming in angry after a second half implosion last week at College Station. So, you know, sometimes it's just it's a couple of those external factors that are out of your control, and you know, you need games like these as you head into a playoffs where everyone's coming in with a chip on their shoulder. It's only good teams from here on out. That's the beauty of the playoffs. And so you beat a couple good teams, you get hot, you go on a run, and hopefully you have a, you know, maybe you get a rematch.
Yeah, you do. And interesting that you bring that up, because the Weiss Wolves will take on LaPorte in the first round game. I said this to one of the Weiss parents before the game. How awful would it be to be LaPorte and have to face these guys in the first round?
No doubt about it.
It would not shock me in the least if Weiss avenges a playoff loss last year and beats LaPorte. And then, to your point, assuming Anderson can take care of business in round 1 and 2, would face likely Weiss. Again, it feels like, just from this vantage, that the winner of the Weiss-LaPorte game will be your third-round opponent in this playoff run, which would be fascinating, because if you played Weiss in the third round, where would the neutral site be?
Yeah.
I mean, somewhere,
Maybe make a call to DKR, right?
You could call DKR.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. I don't know if they'd let you play the day after the Horns play, but anyway, it fun to talk about, interesting to think about.
Let's get there first.
Let's get there first for sure. We got a big matchup. Let's make sure everybody's healthy, everybody's good for the game against Friendswood next weekend, Saturday at 3. A massive, massive game for the Trojans. Playoff appearance, hosting at House Park, which I don't think's ever happened. So a tough loss for the Trojans. But again, a senior-led unit, played a really good Weiss team. Didn't get a lot of things clicking, but again, I don't know that this necessarily hurts your confidence. You know, this is a team that's gone into College Station and won. This is a team that has held serve at House Park all season long. Again, I think it's a team that will be ready to click on all cylinders next Saturday.
No doubt about it. A good chance to rebound and remind yourself the type of team that you have in these Trojans. I think it'll be a great opportunity to get back out there.
Yeah, for sure. And at House Park, which, again, the atmosphere could be extraordinary, playing on a Saturday in the fall, in the playoffs.
Can't wait.
Downtown Austin, it's hard to beat.
I want to be out there.
I do too.
I want to lace them up.
Yeah, a lot of Trojo in the air next Saturday. Paint the town blue and gold, and let's take down Friendswood. I think this bunch will be ready. They've already started watching film on Friendswood. The district champs will have an opportunity to continue that streak. Again, Friendswood is the 4 seed in their district, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be ready.
We'll be there.
All right. From the field final, Weiss 28, Anderson 7. We'll see you next week. It'll be on NFHS. We've had a great run with Vype. Vype will be the subcontractor. So I guess I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
On the deal, but we will bring you the telecast live from House Park again next Saturday at 3. Reminder, everybody watching and living in the Austin area, big pep rally Wednesday at 6 o'clock at Calhoun Field. Cheer on these boys. Hopefully we'll get a volleyball victory. They'll still clicking along in the state playoffs. Going to be a lot of fun to celebrate this team. Trojan band, cheer and bells. We'll see you then, and then see you on the broadcast next Saturday from Pflugerville, Texas. This is Will Smith.
Adam Newberger, the A-Train.
We'll see you next